Hey, good morning, friends. It is Julie Hamilton. How are you doing this morning? This is Life Builders, simple tips to build a strong and healthy life on, and I hope you're doing great. Thanks so much for joining us today. We've got some funny stuff coming up today that I hope is going to make you laugh. Well, first of all, let me tell you, next week we have an amazing guest. We are going to be interviewing Jenny Olson. She's here from Napa. She has started an organization called Teens Connect, and she is all about preventing suicide in teens and working within the teenage culture to build each other up and build awareness. And I am so excited to have her on. That's going to be Thursday, the 23rd at 1 o'clock. So I really want you to tune into that. Well, you know, one thing we know about parents is they're really good at asking questions, right? I saw this funniest meme yesterday, and it was the number of times that you asked this question, why are you naked? Like before you were married, before you had children, it's like one time that you maybe said, why are you naked? And then she was saying after she had boys, it was like 750 times that she said like, why are you naked? And it made me start thinking about the funny questions that parents ask. So I have a list, I put it on my social media, and I want to tell you some of the funny things that parents ask. And, you know, after I'm reading these, I'm like, it mainly has to do with bodily functions, pets, and underwear. That's like the three main things. So here are some of the ones that you guys said, questions that you have asked your children, the words that you never thought would come out of your mouth. Why is there pee on the wall? Why are your brother's dirty underwear on your head? And this one, obviously every day. Why are your clothes all over the house and which ones are clean, right? This is a good one. Why does the dog have fingernail polish on? And of course the answer was because he wanted his nails done. Why are your toenails so dirty? I just asked this today. Ew. Why did you swallow your toenail? Oh my gosh. I remember asking one of my toddlers back in the day, why are you pooping outside? These are the things my friends are asking. Why'd you take your panties off? I never thought I'd ask that question. Why are you putting syrup in your Crystal Light? That kind of defeats the purpose, right? It's supposed to be sugar-free. Why are you chasing your brother running backwards with your naked rear end aimed at him? Where exactly did you get those flags? And she put a picture of the flags. It was like gas line here and water line here, like those little flags you see sticking up out of the ground. Why? Oh my gosh. Why are you eating a piece of dry skin off the bottom of your foot? Hold on. Ew, that's so gross. Why are you eating a piece of dry skin off the bottom of your foot? I'm seriously gagging just picturing it again. Sorry. Why did you lock your flip-flop? I don't even know what that means, but it sounds like it's not supposed to be locked. Why did you sit in your sister's cake? That's a problem. Why did you put your sister's bra and panties in the freezer? So funny. And I would add my own. At the end of the day, the other day, I heard Damien Bello from his office upstairs. Why is the cat covered in glitter? Olivia decided to cover the whole cat in glitter. Oh, Rachel. Who said that? Oh, that wasn't you about the foot, but anyway. That's some of the funny questions that you end up asking as parents, right? And you're like, I cannot believe I'm asking this question. Well, I started asking a funny question the other day. I was on this long hike uphill. It was hot, like 2 hours. And I was just thinking, man, I got to turn around. And so I started asking people this one question when they were coming down the hill. I started asking them, was it worth it? Is it worth it? And every person that answered, almost every person said, yes, it's so worth it. You've got to keep going. And every time I asked that question and every time they answered it, it gave me the strength and the courage to keep climbing up this mountain. And I just wanted to remind you today that there are people in your life who are looking at you and they're asking you maybe about parenthood. I don't know. Is it worth it? People are watching your life, whether it's marriage, whether it's going to college or stopping college or starting a business business or raising kids or dedicating your life to traveling the world for missions, people are looking at your life and they're asking, is it worth it? And you get the opportunity to say whether it's worth it or not. Now, I said almost all people said it was worth it on this hike. There was one person who was the exception. And when I asked them, was it worth it? Do you know what they said? This is so interesting. They said, we don't know because we turned around and gave up. We don't know because we turned around and gave up. Every other person that came down the hill said, yes, it's worth it. You've got to go. You've got to see this. You need to see the view. But this one family said, we don't know. We gave up. Listen, in your lives, don't be the person that says, I don't know, we gave up. I didn't find out how the marriage was going to work out. I didn't find out what it was like to finish college, if that's your goal. I didn't find out. I gave up on starting a business. I gave up on living my dream. I gave up on going on mission trips. I gave up on all of these different things. Don't be the person that says, I don't know. I gave up. Because whatever you're doing, whether it's having faith or getting married, people are watching you to find out what are your joys, what are your pain points. In the end, is it going to be worth it? So people are not going to ask you that and come up to you and ask you that question every day, but they are observing your life. So be sure that when you are living your life, that you are living a life that shows people, yes, this is worth it. It's like my friend Chrissy Helmer put on her blog post today. Yeah, you get so burnt out on going to the grocery store and doing chores and doing laundry. Yeah, totally burnt out. But when you start complaining about it, that is where we cross the line kind of into having a bad attitude about it. So I want to encourage you today, live your life to show people that what you're doing is worth it. It doesn't mean that we never have bad times, but what it means is that you stick with it, you're going towards your goal, you persevere through the trials, you're working towards it, and you are finding the joys along the way. Well, I hope that helps you with a little thought today, and I hope that gave you some laughs because, oh my gosh, you guys are funny. I love you all. I'll see you on Thursday at 8:30. Come back. And thank you so much for listening to the podcast too. We just passed 2,000 downloads on the podcast. So if you're not listening to that, it's Life Builders by Julie Hamilton podcast on iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher. And you guys have an awesome day. Go live your big, amazing, beautiful lives. Love you. It's so worth it when you're listening. Yes, yes, yes. I love you. Bye.